Keanu Reeves is worth over $380 million, yet he acts more like a humble neighbor than a high-flying celebrity. He's often spotted taking the subway, eating sandwiches alone on park benches, and even sharing small talk with strangers on the street. While countless stars flaunt lavish homes and luxury lifestyles, Keanu appears almost embarrassed by his fortune. Strangely, this A-lister doesn't invest in multiple mansions or fleets of exotic cars. Instead, he quietly helps those around him, sometimes handing out surprising gifts or anonymous donations. Fans wonder why he seems so detached from wealth, especially given Hollywood's obsession with fame and money. The answers lie in his extraordinary background, unspeakable losses, and a deeply rooted belief that life's true riches aren't measured in dollars. Born in Beirut, Lebanon, Keanu faced chaos from the start. His father landed in prison for drug trafficking, leaving Keanu's mother to remarry multiple times and move around the globe. These constant relocations, from Beirut to Sydney, then to New York, and finally Toronto, meant Keanu changed schools repeatedly, struggling with dyslexia in classrooms where he barely stayed long enough to settle in. Despite his struggles, he found solace in hockey and theater, where he could escape the anxieties of unstable family life. At age 9, a brief connection with stepfather Paul Aaron introduced him to acting, planting the first seeds of a future career. But his early experiences also forged a deep sense of solitude, shaping a man who would forever be uncomfortable with the trappings of celebrity. In Los Angeles, Keanu spent his late teens taking any acting job he could get: commercials, minor TV spots, and small film parts. His break came in 1986 with River's Edge, where critics noted a hidden intensity behind his otherwise calm demeanor. Then in 1989, he soared to stardom in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, playing a lovable slacker who travels through time. The movie's unexpected success showcased Keanu's range. He wasn't just another surfer dude actor, but someone who could carry a film and connect with audiences. Hollywood took notice, offering him a spectrum of projects that spanned from action thrillers to indie dramas. Little by little, he cultivated a career defined by variety, curiosity, and a quiet refusal to be typecast. Keanu entered the action star arena with Speed, 1994, where he saved a city bus from disaster alongside Sandra Bullock. The movie pulled in over $350 million, propelling Keanu into A-list territory. Studios dangled big-money sequels and blockbuster scripts, yet he famously turned down a Speed sequel he didn't like, foreshadowing his disregard for money-driven choices. Stepping away from obvious cash grabs, he chose challenging roles and even took pay cuts for films like The Devil's Advocate to secure heavyweight co-stars. This signaled a man more interested in artistic balance than personal fortune, a habit that left executives puzzled and fans increasingly intrigued. In 1999, Keanu found the role of a lifetime in The Matrix, playing Neo in a groundbreaking sci-fi spectacle that forever transformed action cinema, earning a reported $45 million from the first film alone, once profit sharing was counted. Keanu's total haul from the trilogy soared toward $200 million. But instead of hoarding this windfall, he reportedly gave tens of millions of dollars to the VFX and costume teams, insisting they deserved a bigger piece of the pie. This act stunned the public and cemented his reputation as a star who viewed wealth as a tool to uplift those around him. Suddenly, fans realized Keanu was different. Less a fame seeker, more a collaborator who valued human contributions over personal gain. Despite his professional success, Keanu's personal life was marked by devastating loss. His close friend River Phoenix died at 23, leaving Keanu shaken. Then, in a cruel twist of fate, he and girlfriend Jennifer Syme lost their baby girl at 8 months. Though grief-stricken, they tried to remain close. But tragedy struck again when Jennifer died in a car accident just 18 months later. Keanu carried her coffin at the funeral, emerging from the ordeal more withdrawn and contemplative than ever. Interviews would reveal that these losses caused him to see money as almost irrelevant, because no amount of wealth could erase the pain of losing loved ones. Keanu's philanthropic side might be among the most moving in modern entertainment. He discreetly funds cancer research, partly motivated by his sister's battle with leukemia. On set, he's known for handing out expensive gifts, like Harley-Davidson bikes to Matrix stunt performers or engraved Rolex watches for the John Wick team. He once gave a struggling production worker $20,000 with no fanfare, simply to ease their burden. These generous moments surface periodically, reminding the world that Keanu's humility and kindness run far deeper than typical celebrity lip service. Though his life seems calm compared to typical Hollywood sagas, Keanu isn't free from gossip. Long-standing rumors speculated about his sexuality, fueled by his closeness with River Phoenix and a general reluctance to discuss romance.
Others questioned whether he suffered from perpetual sadness, especially after the Sad Keanu meme emerged. The actor also courts controversy with his motorcycle habit, often riding late at night, sometimes without headlights. Multiple accidents have resulted in broken bones and hospital stays, leaving fans both concerned and awed by his unwavering commitment to adventure. For years, Keanu appeared quietly single, prompting rumors he'd never recover from past heartbreak. Then, in 2019, he went public with Alexandra Grant, a visual artist he'd been friends with for nearly a decade. Fans were thrilled to see Keanu smiling on red carpets again, hand in hand with someone who matched his understated spirit. Alexandra, known for her work in philanthropy and literature, reflects Keanu's own emphasis on creativity and compassion. Their relationship remains largely private, but glimpses of the two at art events or simple dinners show a rare, genuine happiness that many never thought he'd find again.
In 2014, Keanu embarked on a new action journey with John Wick, playing a retired hitman who seeks vengeance. The film was produced on a modest budget and released without the typical Hollywood fanfare. Nonetheless, word-of-mouth praise exploded. People loved seeing Keanu's meticulous fight choreography, his piercing stoicism, and the emotional weight he brought to a seemingly straightforward revenge story. By the time John Wick, Chapter 2 and Chapter 3, Parabellum hit theaters, the franchise had turned into a billion-dollar global phenomenon, frequently hailed as the gold standard of modern action cinema. Once again, Keanu found himself front and center in a massively successful franchise. Yet, he didn't let it get to his head. Cast and crew members spoke publicly about how kind he was on set, asking for no special treatment, hanging out with stunt performers, and encouraging everyone to collaborate. As John Wick, Keanu has single-handedly redefined the choreographed fight genre. Behind the scenes, he trains relentlessly, learning new martial arts moves, driving techniques, and firearms handling. That unflinching dedication to authenticity and respect for stunt performers is why the John Wick franchise resonates so strongly with fans. It's not just about the stylized violence. It's about a man driven by grief, heartbreak, and a moral code that demands loyalty. Sound familiar? The parallels to Keanu's real life, losing loved ones, living with sorrow, are impossible to ignore, adding yet another layer to his on-screen presence. Now that we've ventured through the chaotic swirl of events that shaped Keanu Reeves, you might wonder, where is he today? In 2025, Keanu remains at the pinnacle of Hollywood, balancing multiple projects while keeping his private life as quiet as ever. John Wick Universe. He continues his involvement in the John Wick universe as both actor and producer. Spin-offs like The Continental are in the works, expanding the assassin lore. Keanu's direct creative input helps ensure the franchise maintains its high standards for action and storytelling. Constantine's sequel. Fans are ecstatic about the announcement that Keanu will reprise his role as John Constantine. While details remain under wraps, there's enormous anticipation for his return to this darker corner of the comic book world. Arch Motorcycle. His motorcycle company is still designing and building custom bikes for well-heeled enthusiasts. Keanu is directly involved in the design process, test riding new models, and offering insights drawn from his decades-long love affair with two-wheeled speed. Love and happiness. Keanu appears more at peace than ever, frequently seen with Alexandra Grant at art events or casual dinners. Their smiles and body language suggest a deep emotional bond. They avoid discussing marriage publicly, yet they seem fully devoted to one another. At 60 years old, Keanu looks unbelievably good, prompting fans to joke that he's an immortal vampire. He's the same man who's been photographed countless times giving up his seat on the subway or buying a muffin and coffee for a stranger. Even with an enormous net worth, he hasn't lost that gentle, grounded quality that first made people realize he's nothing like your typical star. Let's circle back to the question we asked at the start. Why does Keanu Reeves refuse to bask in the glory of his $380 million fortune? One answer lies in the tragedies that overshadowed his life. He discovered in the most painful way possible that money cannot mend a broken heart. No matter how wealthy you are, you can't buy back the lives of the people you've lost. Love, friendship, and genuine human contact are infinitely more valuable to Keanu than any material item. The heartbreaks he suffered taught him not to cling to superficial measures of success. Another explanation is rooted in his personality. He's always been somewhat of a drifter, never fully planting roots anywhere. That mindset resonates in how he spends, or doesn't spend, his fortune. There's no need to own multiple properties when you're comfortable living out of a suitcase. There's no need to accumulate flashy possessions when the open road on a motorcycle gives you more joy than a locked-up garage of Ferraris ever could. Finally, Keanu's innate compassion shapes his financial decisions. Rather than hoard wealth, he shares it. Be it with film crews, medical researchers, or homeless strangers on the street. He sees money as a means to help, not to flaunt. This worldview, so different from the typical Hollywood narrative, is precisely what endears him to fans. Keanu's refusal to emphasize wealth or materialism isn't just a quirk. It's a statement about what truly matters in life. In the glitz and glam world of Hollywood, that message stands out like a brilliant beacon of hope, reminding us that fame doesn't have to change who you are. Thank you for watching. If you found this video insightful, like and subscribe to catch more deep dives into Hollywood's most captivating figures. Share your thoughts on Keanu's unique lifestyle and generosity in the comments below.